I've played emulated versions of this game for so long now that playing the original with literally no input lag throws you off ever so slightly. It doesn't take long to get used to, though. You can get 14 coins out of those multi-coin blocks if you're good, 15 coins if you're perfect, and 16 if you're perfect and lucky. Never really got the timing fully down. For some reason, if you jump on both of those Goombas at once, you get more points than usual. It, like, skips one of the point tiers for some reason. Why does it do that? Like, I remember that now. How the 1-up just jumps sometimes over that gap. It doesn't do that in Mario 35. Not taking the warp zone. For a lot of people, there was never a point in this game's existence where they didn't know about the warp zones. I feel like hardly anybody ever played through this game without warping. It's not like Mario 3 where like the worlds are a lot more distinct and there's a reason to play them all. Like in Mario 1, the levels are so similar that I think most people would just rather skip most of them. Oh, I already forgot. I'm pretty sure that the hidden 1-ups in the first level of each world only show up if you get all the coins in the third level of the previous world. And I've already missed a few in this stage. Forgot about it because like Lost Levels also has hidden 1-ups in those stages, but it doesn't have that requirement. If anybody's in chat, let me know if the stream looks and sounds alright. It's been a while since I've hooked any of this equipment up. So I've been playing so much Mario 35 that any slight difference in timing on those fire bars, or like the slightly different hitboxes in collision, it's going to throw me off and get me killed. In at least some stages. There's no time bonus for clearing the castle stages like there is for the flagpole stages. It's actually something that they changed in the arcade version of this game and then kept for Lost Levels. Yeah, there's supposed to be a 1-up there, but because I didn't get enough coins in World 1-3, it doesn't show up. Have to remember that for the next world. There's nothing in here, right? No, there's a star above that. I don't care about that star because I'm going to the bonus world anyway. This is like the one game where coins actually kind of matter. Like, not really if you do the infinite 1-up trick, but like so many of the later games just throw around extra lives regardless, that it kind of diminishes their value. In this game, if you don't know about the infinite one-up trick, or you don't know about the continue code, like, those coins are very, very precious. The swimming controls in this game are like literally just balloon fight. It controls exactly the same. Pretty sure like Miyamoto or Iwata like said that in one of the old Iwata Asks interviews. Like I'd never realized it before reading it like decades after the game's release. Like in general, like the Fire Flower is just hugely important in this game. Like, you feel so naked without it. Like, just the safety of being able to take a hit and being able to kill almost any enemy, like, pretty easily. Like, especially since Mario 1 is so linear. Like, there are no flight power-ups. Just being able to mow down anything in front of you is, like, extremely helpful. And that goes, like, tenfold for water stages where you can't get any power-ups. I don't know why I'm bothering to shoot all these fish. Like, again, I've just been playing so much Mario 35 that I'm in the habit of just trying to duplicate as many enemies as possible. I mean, there's a way you can get stuck in that little gap above the pipe. It's another thing that they changed for the arcade version. They got rid of that gap so you couldn't soft lock yourself. Again, like, even though the levels in this game are... they have, like, a lot less variety than most of the later Mario games. Like, so far, like, up through the first two worlds, it's still pretty decent, because the first world had an underground stage and, like a kind of a sky athletic stage in, like, World 1-3, and then World 2 gives you an underwater stage followed by a cheap bridge. Now, again, I've already, like, not been paying attention to coins. I just realized I've already missed a few. Jumping fireballs like potobos or whatever. One of the most random enemies in the game, just because I can never really tell like when they're going to leap up again immediately, or when there's going to be like a delay before the next one. You take many a hit from them. I don't remember how to do the small fire Mario glitch. I think you have to like let Bowser hit you at the same frame you touch the axe. So I can remember how to do that for the next world. What's up, man? Does the stream look and sound okay? Haven't hooked up any of this gear in a minute. I think this is literally the only time this specific bonus room layout appears in the whole game. Yeah, there's supposed to be a one up there, but I didn't activate it. Hammer Brothers are absolute scumbags in this game. They never stop throwing hammers, and the hitboxes on them are stupid. Just gonna dance on this vine for a second. Still got it. Yeah, I don't need them. Staircase trick is kind of weird on this game compared to like any later games. Even in Lost Levels, which is almost the exact same game as this, it's just way more consistent to actually do that. Well, I mean, okay, all this stuff, you know. I mean, if you play a game for 30 years, like at some point you like really ought to get good at it. It's kind of the way I look at it. This is a level where, like, they give you the star, but it's arguably better to not take it, because then you can just kick the Koopa shells to get more extra lives. Like, if you're playing Mario 35 specifically, this level is a great level to get at the end of the game, or at the end of the level list, because those Koopa shell combos like, give you so much extra time. Especially compared to just running through them with the star. Like, this game still has some holdover graphics from Donkey Kong. Like, these floating platforms, like, really resemble, like, the girder platforms in, like, Donkey Kong and other early Mario games. Like, in pretty much every game after this, they, instead of just using, like, generic girder graphics, they start using mushroom platforms and other things, like, with more of a Mushroom Kingdom aesthetic. That's one level where you can jump over the flagpole if you get that seesaw platform at the very top of the screen. But if you jump over the flag, you just run endlessly until the timer runs out. It's like there's no way to finish the stage after that. I don't need that. Also, just scrolling the screen just far enough to the right where you can despawn the fireballs, like it lets you get more of a running start. Not that you really need one. This game goes by pretty quickly. Wow, he threw 2 immediately. I don't think I've seen that before. I finally got one of those. Yeah, if you slide off at the end of that platform, you can get under that item box, even if you're big. It's not that hard to do either. That was close. So only 14. Crown 7. I still think it's kind of funny that they didn't bother to properly program a counter for the lives, like, beyond 9. I mean, that's the level of, like, testing like game developers were doing in the 1980s. And there's, like, a warp zone up there that we're not going to take. Actually, if I go through this pipe now, does it send me to the warp zone? Oh no, it just takes the pipe. You're supposed to be able to go down that pipe, right? Or am I tripping? Go down one of these pipes. Okay, it was this one. Yeah. At this point, I don't really need more extra lives, so I don't know if I'm going to bother. I'm going to bonk my head on the ceiling here. Not quite. There's two warp zones in this stage. If you go over the pipe, you go to world 5, and if you go above ground through the vine, you can pick from world 6, 7, or 8. One single firework. This is the only stage in the game with this color scheme. Except, like, the warp zone in the previous stage, like, looks the same, though. So it kind of gives the impression that these levels are connected. Like, even though this game doesn't have a world map, they try for some amount of cohesion, like in how the levels are laid out. I just barely want that coin. I don't want to take this too low, because then it gets harder to jump over to the other platform. It's nice to be able to play through these stages at a leisurely pace, like, unlike in Mario 35, where you just feel constantly pressured to rush through everything as fast as possible and farm coins and time. Not that many enemies on this stage either. Let me know in chat if, like, the stream ever has issues. I can see there's some dropped frames, but I can't tell, like, when they started. Like, if that was a while ago or not. Alright, now this is a maze castle. If you take the wrong path, which I just did, then the level just loops. So you have to take the top path on that first set just to get to the next area. And this one you gotta take the bottom. And unlike later re-releases of this game, there's not a very clear indicator as to whether you've made a mistake or not. Like, some of the later ports of this game will, like, give you a buzzer or a chime, depending on whether you take the wrong path or not. So it at least lets you know pretty clearly that you screwed up. The original release, you just have to loop it over and over and over again until you get it right. It doesn't even convey to you that it is a looping maze. I'm not sure, but I think that's another Koopa shell that you're supposed to be able to get a 1-up from, but, like, not all the enemies necessarily spawn. Like, I never really had a clear grasp on how all that works. There it is. Adding bullet bills in this level. Like, World 3 adds Hammer Brothers, World 4 adds Lakitu, World 5 adds bullet bills. So, you know, like, even though a lot of the stages in this game are kind of samey, they do gradually add on more and more variety as you progress. Appreciate it, man. Don't worry about it, though. Pretty sure Crown 9 lives is 19. Can't get... Another glitch with the lives counter in this game is that you can't get too many, or else you'll roll over to negative numbers and get an instant game over. But you don't really have to worry about that until the lives counter starts throwing a bunch of like really glitchy looking characters at you. Like if it's crown number or crown letter, you're okay. Underwater bonus areas feel like such a troll. Oh yeah, like the way the lives counter works in this game is that it's an unsigned 8-bit integer, which means it can store values from negative 127 to positive 128, but there's no checks programmed in to like see if you've hit the maximum value or not. So if you get up to 127 lives and then get another extra life, the counter rolls over to negative 128, and so the next time you beat a stage after that, the game checks your lives counter, sees that you have less than 0 lives, and just gives you a game over instantly. A lot of the ports for this game, like All-Stars and like the Game Boy Color version, they fixed it to where like you can't, like once you get to the max, like it keeps it there, like it doesn't roll over. It's like a common problem for like really old games from the 80s is not properly handling minimum or maximum values like that, because like arcade games like Donkey Kong and Pac-Man I think are technically supposed to be endless, but if you flip that counter that determines whatever level you're on, like beyond 256, which is the maximum value you can have for like an 8-bit number, then it just does weird things, like glitches the game or makes it impossible to proceed from that point. That's usually what causes like kill screens and stuff. And this stage is literally just World 1-3 again, with bullet bills and smaller platforms. It's kind of weird how Lost Levels has 50% more stages than this, and none of them are repeats. Like, not exact repeats anyway. Like, some of the second quest worlds are repeats from the first quest, but it's like, did they run out of ideas for this game for stages, or did they just not have enough time to come up with more distinct ones? If I'm not mistaken, this castle is also a repeat. This is World 2-4, but with more fire. Like that long fire bar wasn't in the previous version. And some of these smaller fire bars were just empty blocks. Which makes me think they probably made this stage first and then made an easier version of it and put it earlier in the game. Like otherwise, I don't even know why that block right there would be there. I think I have 20 lives. This is a fun stage to pick in Mario 35. because I think you get more Lakitus than in World 4-1. And it's easier to reach them to kill them, I think. Yeah, I don't think a second Lakitu shows up this early in World 4-1. There it is. Not sure if anything's under there, but I'm not going to risk it and check. It's a fire flower in one of those question blocks, but I don't need one. Pretty sure that block right there has a multi-coin block in it. But it's awkward to get when you're big, so I'm not going to bother. Mario's fireballs, zoning tools or approach tools? They are definitely approach tools. It's not like you can deter any enemy from approaching you in the first place. The fire flower is one of the main reasons why I think this game holds up specifically. It's because there's like a really nice balance between making you feel like extremely powerful and how like you just mow over everything with the fireballs, but also the fact that you still revert to small Mario if you take just one hit. Like, it makes you feel powerful and vulnerable at the same time, which is kind of an interesting dynamic that almost no other game in the series like can replicate. It's like, even though this game stages are really simple and linear, there's no cool flight power-ups and the worlds aren't that distinct, it still offers a pretty cool feeling, like when you're actually playing through it. It's like the main reason why I think this game still holds up. So yeah, Super Mario Bros. 1 Mario is Akuma, and that he's extremely powerful but dies in 2 hits. Very nice. Like, it's the only stage in the game with a snow palette. Or I say snow palette, but it's literally just monochrome. This is the stage you pick in Mario 35 if you are extremely confident in your platforming skills. Like, this level will kill you more than any other stage in the game, because like a lot of the other hard stages, you can kind of make them easier with the item roulette in that game, but the item roulette can't save you from frickin' bottomless pits. So like, this stage is always dangerous. I'm really surprised I haven't screwed up one of those trampolines yet. And I know by saying that I just cursed myself, but I feel like I never had a full grasp on like exactly the time, like on the exact timing on those. And I'm going to get myself killed eventually. There's another repeat castle. Ah! Shit. Well, I blew that. I deserve to kill myself there. Going for that mushroom. Random Kaizo blocks for no reason, and here we have the first instance of Hammer Bowser. Just don't panic and just run under him as soon as he jumps. It's like in World 6 and 7, when you get close to Bowser, he starts throwing hammers, but he stops shooting fire. So you're not in any real danger if you just stay right in front of him. Alright. The Bill Blasters won't shoot at you if you're standing right up next to them. God, that's a lot of Bill Blasters. I tried ducking, but I wasn't fast enough. Oh no, here's a problem. Yeah, they can jump through multiple levels like that. Come on, there's gotta be a mushroom in here somewhere. Please? Oh, man. More Hammer Brothers. The pace of this game slows to a crawl when you don't have Fire Flower. Surprised I didn't kill myself there either. Wow, nothing. Oh, there's gotta be one up there. Yeah, trampoline definitely feels like a trap. It's like I went through almost the entire first 6 worlds without taking a hit, and then the moment you lose firepower, like, everything seems like extremely dangerous. If I'm not mistaken, this is literally just the previous water stage from World 2 with more bloopers. And like, some of the bloopers have different AI. I think some are programmed just to follow you no matter what. Some are programmed to, like, go in whatever direction you're facing. So like, sometimes I'll face left and just start walking left to draw them over to this side of the screen, and then run past them when they get there. I don't think they can hit you if you're just walking along the floor. Oh, now this sucks. Because we got like a whirlpool down here that's pulling me down, and it makes this awkward, and I got a fish right in my face that I'm going to have to swim through. It ain't right. Like, also, when you're Big Mario and you don't have a Fire Flower, you're just a big target to take more hits. It's kind of awkward to swim around some of the obstacles. Let's come over this way. Alright. Could have gone worse. This is the Cheap Bridge from World 2, but just with more enemies as well. I'm like 70% sure I'm going to lose at least 1 life here. Like, you really have no time to react to the fish that are flying from the bottom of the screen, and if one just comes at you from the wrong angle, I mean, it's tough luck. Woof. Still trying to get all the coins. Yep, that'll happen. If I would have let off the jump button a little bit earlier, I probably wouldn't have gotten hit there. But again, it's just kind of hard to react that quickly. Another maze castle, what that loops if you just don't pick the right path. So the first section is bottom, middle, top, and the second section is top, middle, top again. This is my favorite stage to pick in Mario 35, because anybody that doesn't know the maze solution will just burn up their clock and die. But if you do know the maze solution, it's a pretty easy stage. And in my opinion, the levels that you should pick in a Mario 35 match are levels that are easy for you, but likely to kill other players. And like, that's definitely the case for that stage. We're late. Close to the end. And I think there's a one up here. Almost ricocheted right into that thing. There's no mushroom down here. Power-ups are so rare in this world, and you really do not want to go into the last stage small. Like, if you can help it. Yeah, I'm not going to bother down there. I think there's just a hidden coin block or something. Like, the difficulty curve for this game, like, is pretty modest until you get to this world, and then it just is a very sharp incline. They take away your mid-level checkpoints. The levels are really long, and just they have combos of really annoying enemies. That jump right there, too, that's where they start pulling all the stops. Oof. I did not expect him to still spawn. World 8-1 is by far the longest stage in the game. You really run the risk of running out of time if you're not running pretty fast through it. Oh, this sucks. Go away, Lakitu. Go away. Alright, good, he listened. I don't think there's anything down here, but I'll check. Let me scroll off those bill blasters to the left and see if there's a power-up down here. I think there's just coins down there, so I'm not going to bother. It's just not worth— Ah, crap! Damn it! I didn't mean to jump on the pipe. I'm really gonna go into the end of the game as Small Mario. Okay. A3's really annoying. It's like nothing but Hammer Brothers. I'm just gonna let this guy go past me. There are some power-ups, though. If I can just hold on to this, there's one opportunity to regain a Fire Flower before the end of the stage. I'm gonna see if I can just wait for him to go up to the top. Okay. Got him. You have such an easier time if you can just, like, mow through these guys. Because, like, these last sets of Hammer Brothers, you can't hit them from below. You have to take them head on. Conspicuous looking coin block. Alright, last level in the game, and it is another maze castle. If you take the wrong pipe, you get sent back to the very start, but the solution is really easy to remember because it's literally just taking the first pipe after every lava pit. As long as I don't get bit in the ass by a jumping Cheep Cheep, I'm pretty confident in being able to get through this stage without difficulty. This is going to be the moment of truth. Alright, I'm feeling pretty good. Just going to swim through the moat, and off to victory. Not really sure how this works. Like fire bars underwater. I'm not going to worry about it. Yeah, again, like if you're looking to the right, this thing goes to the right. If you look to the left, he swims to the left. Not every blooper is like that, but several are. It's a lot easier to handle the underwater sections of this game when you understand how they work. Alright, yep. Last Hammer Brother is disposed of. Just gotta get through here. Wait for the Podobo. Got him. That's Mario 1 from start to finish. 45-minute game. What an ending. Like, they didn't even put in the full ending theme for this game. Like, every Mario game after this, like, they use this same ending theme, but it lasts, like, there's more music to it. Not just a scant few measures like this. Yeah, like, literally, your only reward after beating the game is, like, unlocking hard mode, and by pressing B on the title screen, you can, like, change whatever world you start on up there at the top. And the only differences in hard mode are that Goombas are replaced by Buzzy Beetles, all the enemies move fast, and a lot of platforms are shortened. But I don't care about playing hard mode. It's kind of a lame reward, really. Like, at least in Lost Levels, the second quest is full of actual new stages. So, like, there's actually reason to play through it. Especially since you can't save progress in this game and, like, keep hard mode open for next time. Like, the only way you can play it is to just turn on the game, beat World 8, and then start a new game. And by that time, you've kind of had your fill of Mario 1. Fun game, though. I think it holds up a lot. Like, I'm going to be spending the next few weeks playing and streaming through, like, all of the major Mario games in order. And I think at the end, I'm going to just kind of, like, try and rank them in different aspects, like, see how various games in the series hold up and, like, stack up against each other. And to be honest, like, I haven't thought it through that hard yet, but I'd expect this game to fare better than about a third of its sequels. Like, again, I just really like how the Fire Flower and, like, the damage system in this game makes you feel powerful and vulnerable at the same time. So, like, whereas, like, there's some of the later games, it just kind of feels like you're going through a checklist of, like, stars to get, and, like, there's a lot of long stretches where it's not extremely challenging or engaging, but I think this game in particular, you have to, like, sit up and pay attention the whole way through. So, I don't know, I just feel like it feels a lot more engaging than some of the other games. It's going to be interesting to just kind of think about each one of them in depth as I go through this.